The medium PS5 DualSense controller features are, for lack of a better word, game changing. That is really like the best we can say on this one. All right, so this comes to us via Rebecca Smith at PlayStationLifestyle.net, and there's also some additional information on PlayStation blogs, so check that out. So the medium, remember that game? That game was coming out on Xbox and PC. And everybody was like, "Oh my God, we're not going to get to play it." Well, guess what? It's coming to PlayStation 5. There was a okay, so it comes out on PlayStation 5 next month. The game's exclusivity contract with Xbox has come to an end. It looks like it was only set. It wasn't even a whole year, actually, if I'm not mistaken, because this wasn't a launch title for Xbox Series X and S. So I mean, whatever. I mean, like I've said before, when more gamers get a chance to play games across different platforms, everybody wins.
Yeah.
All right. When it launches, the third-person psychological horror will come with unique features that make use of the console's DualSense controller characteristics, such as the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, so that players can feel protagonist Marianne's reactions to the events that happen around her. Mine's already blown because if I didn't know any better, I would have said this game was actually built on PlayStation hardware, but some type of deal, got it on Microsoft systems first. I don't know though, but let me just keep going with this. In the median, Marianne is a medium who uses a variety of psychic abilities to help her explore the abandoned Niwa communist resort and find the reason for her recurring visions of a little girl murdered by a lake. To do so, she'll need to switch between the real world and the spirit world as she confronts a horrifying tragedy that took place there. Haptic feedback will let players feel Marianne's reactions to everything that happens and help players use her skills effectively. When the Spirit Shield ability is activated, the controller will vibrate as if dozens of Spirit World moths hit the barrier. That's freaky. That's
It'll
freaky.
be cool. That is gonna be so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That. Meanwhile, the out-of-body ability lets Marianne's spirit explore without the limitations of a physical body. The problem is this state can only be used for a limited time before Marianne suffocates, and the controller will pulsate more rapidly the closer players become to actually kicking the bucket. I was playing the medium. I was playing it on PC because I got early access on Game Pass, and that is one thing that I really like having that tactile feedback for stuff like that. That would have been pretty awesome. Let's put it that way. All right. So the adaptive triggers are meant to make the controls feel more intuitive. For example, the Spirit Blast will need charging, and the trigger will be extremely resistant as the process starts. For anyone who's familiar with the DualSense controllers, like the controllers actually give you some type of resistance or actual pushback when you're trying to do things. An easy game to figure that out on is if you're playing Ratchet and Clank, because my God, like certain weapons need to be primed, and that's one game where you actually get a chance to feel what the DualSense controller is all about. Once the trigger can be fully pressed, the blast of spiritual energy is completely charged and ready to use. The game's touchpad, the game system, it says the game's touchpad here in the write-up, but what they meant to say was the controller's touchpad can be used to manipulate objects and find hidden echoes or traces of past inhabitants. Motion controls can be used to look around locations instead of using the joystick, and players will also hear feedback from the tools that they're using through the controller's speaker, while the lighting around the touchpad replicates her torch. This is amazing. That
is a lot.
And when you hear about
Yep.
stuff like this, you get a better understanding of why Phil Spencer actually congratulated, Sony on the innovations of this controller. And, I mean, this, like I said, this right here just changed a game that's already was out on the Xbox systems, and now it's coming to PlayStation. And the developers actually took the time and actually put the resources in to actually make this game a unique experience on PlayStation consoles. The medium also includes story-based moments that will be enhanced by the controller's features. But the Bloober team didn't want to spoil these before the game's PS5 release. Pre-orders are available now on the PlayStation Store, and PlayStation Plus members get a 10% discount on that. So check it out. Those who pre-order the medium before its release on September the 3rd will get the digital original soundtrack and the art of the medium digital art book as well.
Ooh, nice.
Links for this have been provided in the Twitch live stream chat right now. Definitely go check out the YouTube watch on that because it's a lot of detail about what you can do with the controller. You will not be disappointed. Before we move on first topic, I need to know: will you guys be picking up the medium for PlayStation 5?
I am.
I mean, theoretically, if you have a PlayStation.
Oh, I am. I wanted to. Another reason why I wanted to get an Xbox, but now since it's coming to PlayStation, I think I want to feel what the DualSense controller feels like.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah. Like, I don't have a PS5 either, but once I get one, it's not if, it's when. This is definitely a game that I'll be picking up because this is what I feel like is going to contribute to the success long term for the PlayStation 5 is releasing games that really showcase what makes this new generation just like outstanding. And the fact that all this tech can be worked into the controller completely enhances and renews an experience that it might still be enjoyable on another platform, but it's, I can see some people double dipping. I don't have an Xbox, so I won't be doing that, but for a new customer like myself, I'll probably defer and go towards the PlayStation PS5 version so I can have that experience. That's freaking awesome. And by the way, quick plug, the medium has made it on our Boss Rush bucket list as one of the top 50 games that you must play. Fun fact.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we'll be talking a little bit about the bucket list a little bit later in the show. Okay, so trying to give Dan a little bit of time here. All right. Okay, so I know you guys are excited about these DualSense features for the medium. I'm sorry, but do you think that once the medium is released and other companies see what is possible, that as companies like port their games over, like previously released games over to PS5, do you think they may do what Bloober Team did and do a little bit of legwork and actually add some features in themselves, or do you think they're just gonna like just drop the game and just move on?
I would like to see the features used in the game. Like, I want to know what a gun feels like when it's jammed up in the middle of battle.
Play Call of Duty. Play Call of Duty.
Oh, so it does work on Call of Duty.
Black Ops Cold War. If I'm not mistaken, in the campaign mode, it does that.
Okay, I want to see what that feels like.
I don't believe it does it in multiplayer mode. I think campaign mode, because like it's part of just the extra difficulty. I think that's where it happens, but I have heard it happens.
Nice. See, I want to feel that panic. Like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. So
it's not working. It's not working.
Exactly. I'm like, let me call LeRon.
Yeah, I really hope they do more. I totally agree with Nellie. I don't know. I don't know if LeRon, you have any insight on like the level of work or time and money needs to be put into porting a game and adapting the extra features to DualSense controllers, because I feel like maybe certain smaller titles, maybe because their game mechanic might not really need that as much, or maybe they're on a tight budget. So I'd say probably not every game that gets ported over, but I really think if there's an opportunity, they should really take advantage of it.
Yeah. I also have a funny. Okay, historically with PlayStation, like normally when Sony has like these innovations, like back with PS3, it was the 6-axis controller and all that stuff. PS4 was the touchpad and the gyro motion stuff, things like that. Sony has tried to encourage developers to like actually like work with it and do it, and like using stuff like that. We know that PlayStation 5 is like I would say that the PS4 was Sony's most ambitious system at that time, but now the PS5 is definitely their most ambitious system, and they're doing a lot to their credit. Like, I mean, like, for example, we had, what was the game? Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Basically, I'm not sure if what we're getting in the director's cut was actually meant to be a sequel or whatnot, but Sucker Punch detailed a lot of the stuff they did with it, and a lot of it embraces like some of the new features, you know, available for the DualSense controller and stuff like that. Now, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is a PS4 title originally and stuff like that, but the studio was able to go back to the drawing board for a little bit and actually do some stuff on that. So I think it all depends on like the resources available to the companies and stuff like that. Like I really wish I had an idea of like how long the turnaround time is for stuff like that. But I would really love to see more games as they come out, you know, like utilizing that stuff. Another game that you can test like the tactile response, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Ooh.
When you're web swinging and stuff like that, you'll actually be able to feel the tension in the triggers as you're from your webs and stuff like that. So like in a situation where you have to grab cars and stuff, you will feel like the pushback from the controller, stuff like that. So that's another one, and you know that's probably the easier one to find. You know, by the time you guys get a PlayStation, anyway.
Oh yeah, doesn't that get the free upgrade?
Yes, it gets a free upgrade. But just remember, wait. No, you're thinking the old school Spider-Man, the Spider-Man before Miles Morales. That one gets the free upgrade, unless you buy the Ultimate Launch Edition.
Okay.
Look at that! You just have it conveniently right there.